Oh, definitely in, for sure. But let me tell you something, just on the sofa, everyone tries to throw a pillow on like everything. That's not a thing. Keep it to the large scale furniture pieces. Slip covers. I'm so glad you asked that. In, very in, as a matter of fact. Accent walls are out. O-U-T, out. You do the whole thing or you don't do anything at all. And when I'm talking about the whole thing, I'm talking about the whole room or the whole ceiling or both. But one accent wall, to me it was never a thing, but it's definitely not a thing. Color drenching is of course in, it's always been in. Hello. Yes, antiques are absolutely in, but let me just say that just because it's an antique does not necessarily mean it's the correct antique for that space. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's cool. What do I think about cluttercore? Well, first of all, I think it sounds like an animal. And so that's a no for me, dog, in the cluttercore. However, I do love maximalism, and don't get the two confused. Maximalism is a very thoughtful way of designing, and it's all about bringing the soulfulness and the personality into an interior. But, you know, the real art is how you do it. And so whether that be, you know, color and textures and, you know, gallery walls and, you know, tons and tons of layers, it's all in the art of how you do it. Clutter is not the answer. Gallery walls are very much in, but again, it's you know, it's down to how you do it, how thoughtful you are. It's all about, you know, the scale of things and putting them together and the right texture of the frames and honestly the right colors of the actual like photos or paintings. It's not easy. It's not easy. So traditionally wainscoting only goes up to a certain height on a wall. There's a lot of discrepancy in all these different terms, but basically from floor to ceiling, when you have a lot of these trims and a lot of these moldings, they're really just called, you know, trim details. A wainscoting definitely has a height maximum to it. However, these words are thrown around all the time. And what we're really trying to talk about is creating ornate details on walls, and a lot of like, you know, mixing the trim details all together. So a lot of people will describe them as picture frames, but yes, absolutely. And I also think too that if you're in smaller spaces like Craftsman where the ceiling is a little smaller, you know, doing things like the crown molding and the base and the trim details will totally elongate that and maximize that height. I'm all about it. Ooh, micro trend. That's a good way to put it. My favorite micro trend right now is definitely all about the French tassels. Tassel, tassel, tassels. Fringe, fringe, fringe. Well, I love it, but it's all about how you use it. I mean, that's the thing. You can't say, oh, orange is back. Well, maybe. It depends on how you use it. It was a risk.
That was a risk.
One time, I went into the Real Housewives condo. What's her name? Jill Zarin. Yeah. And she told me she painted her entryway Hermes orange. And she's like, it was a risk. But the thing was, it was like an orange peel. So nothing's going to look good on that.